What's good, y'all? It's your boy Thurg back again with another video. I apologize for the audio for this video, guys. OBS wanted to be a clown and they messed up my freaking video that I already had recorded already. I had an awesome Nintendo Direct prediction video recorded and I put my heart and soul into it, but the audio is messed up, so I have to record it again and I have to speedball through all this stuff, guys, because I'm on my break for work. But here are my predictions for the Nintendo Direct tomorrow for February 8th. This is in no particular order. It's just a bunch of random ideas a bunch of random games I think that will be announced for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think, first of all, I think we'll get Legend of Zelda, the Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. They're going to finally show more than like 1 minute of this freaking game. And I believe the main theme for this game is going to be time. It's going to be talking about time and mortality. I think it's going to be one of the darkest Zeldas yet. It's going to talk about time. It's going to be about Link and Zelda are going to be mourning their. It's going to be about them missing their dead friends and all this other stuff. And it's going to be a lot of time gameplay and mechanics, like reversing time, making it go slow, speeding up time, different things like that. Also, the resurrection of Ganondorf's dead corpse. Another game I think they're going to show off is going to be a 3D Yoshi. I think 2D Yoshi has ran its course. It's time for the Yoshi to go 3D and for them to do something cool. Nier Replicant is going to get ported to the Switch. I talked about this in my fake leak video. I do believe we're getting Nier Replicant. We already have Nier Automata, so I believe it's time. At first, I was on team that at first I believe they weren't going to show a new Donkey Kong, but now I think it's time. I think they're going to show it. As Kremlin campaigner on Twitter pointed out, Nintendo has apparently made that there's a new challenge on NSO revolving Donkey Kong. I think it's time for that. That is kind of odd. This did happen with a challenge pertaining to Pikmin. So, and then we got Pikmin 3 Deluxe. So I believe it's a new Donkey Kong. It's about time we hit the last brand new, spanking new, not a port, not Funky Mo, but a brand new Donkey Kong game was in 2014. I was a senior in high school when that happened, guys, and now I'm a grown man who already has his degree in college. It's time, guys. Okay, so now I think they're going to show off more of Kirby, the Kirby Return to Dreamland. I think it's going to show more Kirby Return to Dreamland gameplay. It's going to show off that new Magolor mode that is on the box. Also, we're going to get Mario Kart 8 DLC. Of course, they're going to show Booster Pass 4. Of course, that's just a given. While we're on the topic of Mario, I do think I have a crazy idea that I think the next Mario game is not going to be baseball like a lot of people think. I think the next game is actually going to be a Mario basketball game. We're going to see a sequel to Mario Hoops 3-on-3. It's going to play like NBA Streets Volume 3, for any of you guys who are familiar with that series. Goated series, by the way. And it's going to be NBA Streets meets Mario Hoops 3-on-3. And I think it's going to have a hip-hop theme to it. And it's going to be a pretty dope game, honestly. Also, I think that Kid Icarus will come back. I don't think it's going to be a sequel like the leak said, or like that fake made-up leak said. I think, in fact, it's going to be a remaster of the 3DS game Uprising with more comfortable and better controls. I think that also we're going to get a Advance Wars. I think they're going to bring, that's finally going to release, even though the Ukraine incident is not over yet. It's far from over. It's not on the public conscience like it was last year. And that's not to belittle or take away from that horrible, tragic event or situation. I think we will get DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Fire Emblem Engage. with new characters, especially Fire Emblem Engage. That's going to be a DLC machine with the long history that Fire Emblem has. Going to be a bunch of new characters. We're going to see more of the three Hopes Lords, which are Claude, Edelgard, and Dimitri. Splatoon 3 is going to see some more DLC. It's going to be a new mode, new map, some new gears, weapons, outfits, all the other cool stuff. I think we're going to see more of that Dragon Quest 3 remake, of that 2D HD remake, or whatever they call it. And I do have a crazy idea that I think is not going to show up for this direct, of course, but I think in 2044 we're going to actually get a Chrono Trigger one for that. Of course, like I said, Nintendo, if you think that Nintendo Directs are just going to be nothing but banger announcements, you have clearly not seen a Nintendo Direct ever, because a lot of it is filled with third-party bullcrap that that a lot of people don't care about. But hey, for the fans of those who do like it, hey, good for them. I think it's going to be I think 25% of this Direct, a big chunk of this Direct, is going to be a bunch of obscure JRPG games that I haven't heard of, and most people haven't heard of, but it is awesome and great that they are coming. I think we're going to see, and I think, for example, I'm not calling this obscure. Trails of the Sky, Falcom is a very important publisher in the game development, in the gaming scene, but I do believe, like that fake leak said, I do believe that we could see Trails in the Sky, or of the Sky, whatever the game's called, that could be coming to the Switch, and that is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I think also, here's a big one. You guys are probably going to think I'm crazy, and I'm probably going to be wrong, but I think we could see multiverses. Multiverses could actually be coming to the Switch. I don't know why it's not on the Switch already. I think it's coming to the Switch, and I think that Joker trailer that we're apparently supposed to get at the Game Awards, that all the leakers kept saying was supposed to come to the Game Awards, I think it's coming tomorrow. I think they just didn't show it out of respect of Kevin Conroy's passing. Please rest in paradise to him. Prayers for his family. Also, I think another big one, I think we're getting Soul Calibur 2 is finally coming to the Switch. We got it for all the other platforms besides Nintendo platforms. I think it's going to the Switch, and it's going to be the one with Link on it. And I think Link's going to be on this port, of course, because he was on the GameCube one. I think another biggie, I think Sonic fans are eating well. They're going to be eating well this Direct, because first of all, they're going to show more of that Sonic Frontiers DLC. Hopefully we get a boss rush mode so I can fight those bosses again. Best part of the game, in my opinion. And we're also going to get Sonic Generations Ultimate. I think it's going to be Sonic Generations with new levels. It's going to have the 3DS stages, and it could possibly throw some new ones. Hopefully, this is probably not going to happen, but I'm hoping they have a Sonic Frontiers level. I don't know how it's going to work, because the whole point of that game was Sonic Open Zone, but hopefully there's a Sonic Frontier level. Hopefully there's a stage for Forces, for Mania, for Lost Worlds. I think that would be sick. Also, I think, every Nintendo Direct has those bonkers, wacky, like, indie games that, like, you just scratch your head saying, what? And I think this one's going to be Restaurant Simulator, where you're a manager, and you have to manage over a restaurant, make sure the customers are happy, make sure your workers are doing their jobs. I think that's coming. There's going to be a bunch of other weird indie games that are going to be shown. Then there's going to be a highlight reel of a bunch of ports, like Batman Arkham. I can see Batman Arkham showing up. Things like that. So there are three things that are must, or that are surely to happen in life: death, taxes, and Disney being in a Nintendo Direct and showing some absolute trash. They're probably going to show more trash this time. That Bayonetta prequel or spinoff, the Cereza game, is going to show more of that. It's going to have a cool, neat little hook. Hey, it's probably not going to be for me, but I'm happy for Bayo fans. New Rhythm Heaven. I think it's time. I think a new Rhythm Heaven is actually going to show up. I believe it. It's Rhythm Heaven has a really big potential to be. It has the potential to be a really huge franchise for Nintendo, which is Nintendo's been just kind of fumbling it with the marketing, in my personal opinion. I think Switch is going to be the turning point for this franchise. And finally, I think we are going to see Metroid. We're going to actually see some. Oh wait, before I get to my Metroid prediction, I think it's going to end on Metroid. But I think, crazy idea, I think the Ice Climbers are coming back in a co-op 3D kind of lower budget like game that Nintendo's going to actually license it out to a different team. It's going to be a co-op like neat little twist on a co-op like platformer game. My dream is to have Joseph Ferris develop an Ice Climbers game, but I think he's busy with something else, I'm sure. But yeah, then finally it's going to end with Metroid Prime. Now, I don't think we're going to see 4. I think 4 is being saved for the Switch sequel for the new console for that. But I do think, and I know a lot of people have been talking about a remaster or remake of Metroid Prime, the original one. I don't think Nintendo's going to pour a lot of development, a lot of resources into that. I think better off, I think all you have to do is just port Trilogy onto the Switch. Is going to sell, I think it's going to sell pretty well on that. I think the Metroid franchise is bigger than it's ever been, with Metroid Dread, Smash Brothers, of course, things like that. And I think it's going to sell pretty well. And I think Metroid Prime 4 is being kept for the sequel to the Switch. And yeah, guys, those are my predictions. Again, I apologize for the quality of this audio. I'm doing this on my phone. And yeah, hope you guys have a nice one. And like always, stay blessed and stay good.